Let me introduce the next speaker for today is Mr. Pramod Rajput, Vertical Head and Senior Vice President at Cadila Pharmaceuticals Limited, with a rich experience of over 39 years in pharma and healthcare sales and marketing. Launched a couple of the innovation products as first time in India and taken them to be a blockbuster brands. He has closely worked with PwC for future business building and desired growth. He also revived the general hospital business and ethical hospital business of Cadila Pharmaceuticals. So I hereby invite Pramod Rajput sir to please elaborate over the brand Aciloc.
Thank-
Right, sir, the strategy execution for Aciloc.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to all. And very, very happy to be a part of such a wonderful, innovative journey. I'm thankful to especially the speakers, Dr. Sandeep, Dr. Ashish Mukherjee, Amlesh Ranjanji, and of course, Mr. Sajeev and Dr. T. Natarajan sir for making such a wonderful section. Right. And I'm equally thankful to Vivek sir for inviting me and Dr. Swati, who was after me, to be a part of such a wonderful journey. So you are taking me from the nostalgia to the current moments. And with this, because not many our colleagues, the young professionals and the senior people, they have joined us from India, from Bangladesh, from Nepal. I welcome from the Bangladesh and Nepal also, because I say Nepal because Nepal also, it was my covering area. I was covering there. There also Aciloc was one of the biggest brands. So the good nostalgic moments are there with me. Thank you. With this, I am going to speak on strategy to strategy execution, the brand story of 35 years young brand, which is Aciloc, and the successful life cycle management of this particular product. Before I should go, I would like to convey my heartfelt gratitude to Sri Ganesh Nayak, Sri Madhav Kulkarni, Sri Ashok Bhatia, Sri O.P. Arya, followed by P.C. Kamath sir, the industry pillars who had launched the product Aciloc in their time, and they have given this beautiful journey to us to take it forward. My special gratitude to Mr. J.P. Paraswani, who is retired, was a former ED. My regards to my colleague, Lester D'Souza, because at that time I was the vice president and Lester D'Souza was the marketing manager when we have launched the brand extension of Aciloc as Aciloc RD. My heartfelt thanks to my current boss, OP Singh, Mr. OP Singh, my colleague, Mr. Amit Jain, who's a vertical head now, who is taking care for Aciloc, and my one of the very favorite brand manager, Vikas Rathore, who is the current product manager of Aciloc. My extensive gratitude to Professor Chitto Mitra, because I got an opportunity of meeting him multiple times, and we went there. We have prepared the story of Aciloc RD. We discussed with him, and then he has guided us, and now it's being guided by the data with the Dr. Sanjoy Mitra. So when I talk about the Sanjoy Mitra, Dr. Sanjoy Mitra, I just noted a couple of the points which he have mentioned. That is communication, golden rules, which I'm sure every brand manager will be noted it down. Communication, effective communication, relevant to segment, deliver the next meaningful benefit, consistency, sharper than the competition, and finally pouring the execution. And I'm sure I'm going to show you the complete thing here in this. So, friends, you will agree with me. We always say marketing team is the brain, and the field team is the strategy execution. And without this combination of both the things will not happen. But we combine both the things, thus loading success. Successful winning brand is going to come, which we have learned here from my five previous speakers and many of the people who are watching here, and they have this credit in their pocket of building the brands. So difference in the strategy. Now I'll talk about the management language for just 1 minute of time. The strategy formulation, includes planning and designing, making, involved in developing the brand strategy, goals and plans, where the implementation in the field level, which is very important, it involves all those means related to executing the strategic plan, which has been planned by marketing people. Second part is very important. In short, the strategy formulation is placing the forces before the action. That is why the brain work. And that is why the field people they work, they manages forces during the action. Then the third important, what the brain does, that is the entrepreneurial activity based on strategic decision making. And what the field do, that is the mainly on administrative tasks based on strategic and operational decisions, which we all aware about it. Then again, the brain does it, the strategy formulation, emphasizing on effectiveness. And here they do the strategic implementation, emphasizes on efficiency of the basic strategy. Of course, study formulation is a rational process, and in the field, it is an operational process. Very, very clear. And study formulation requires coordination among the few individuals, where study implementation requires coordination among many individuals, doctor, chemist, colleague, retailer, everything what you call, everywhere, stockist. And study formulation requires a great deal of initiative and logical skills, where strategy implementation requires specific motivational and leadership traits, because then only you can lead the team in the field itself. So the background of the ranitidine market, ranitidine belongs to a group of called old H2 receptor, H2 blockers, and it works by reducing the amount of the acid from the stomach produces. So ranitidine Aciloc has been used to treat and prevent ulcers in the stomach, and especially in the reflux disease like GERD, GERD, another condition in which acid backs up from the stomach into the esophagus, causing the heartburn. This is the basic thing of the ranitidine and the background of it. Now, the background of the Ranitidine market, what had happened, let me tell you. Beautiful story. I'm sure you are going to love, because I was a part of Cadila at that time as a medical rep. 1986, I was carrying the bag, of course, being a star performer at Gorakhpur. So at that time, Zentech has launched, and they have invited the KOLs. KOLs, they were the first company in India who started doing this practice of inviting KOL at the five-star hotel. I remember the entire group of 100 doctors for entire North, they had been called at Hotel Siddhartha in 1986. And a couple of my important doctors went there. They have told that it was a 1.5 day conference was there with all the things, and in turn they have been given a beautiful La Opala dinner set. This is the way in entire pharmaceutical industry that gratification things started by the multinational Glaxo. Remember it, and you can resonate with many of the seniors who are here. So for a large period of time, Zentech rules the Ranitidine market, and it was having the backing of multinational. Money was flowing, samples were coming, what other things are there, and they have the big name, bigger name in the fraternity. But after that, there were three dominant players: Zentech, Aciloc, and Rentech. I am sure Mr. T. Narayan will also agree that Rentech belongs to Unique, so they are also playing with that. But Aciloc continues to rule the market. Where? How? Game changer. I'm going to tell you the amazing life journey, which I'm sure you're going to really resonate and you are going to enjoy. So the strategy, this is the brain, the marketing team who were sitting there. That's why I have given my gratitude to them. It was launched in the year 1986. The positioning was very, very clear. Ulcer treating drug due to ability of control excessive secretion. Why? Because whenever this such thing was there, at that time, 3 decades back, people they used to go to the surgeon, and surgeon used to cut the thing. Simple, over. But everybody cannot go. So then the drug was required. So positioning was very clear. Targeting a peptic ulcer and the duodenum ulcer were only treated and seen by the gastro and the surgeons. So Aciloc was especially targeted to the gastro specialty. At that time, they were not DM gastro. Very, very only the doctors, the GPs, as well as the MD doctor, they were having the gastro practice. And of course, MS surgeons were there. And the differentiation was there that we made it as a OPA diet technology. It was the internal technology which we made it. I will tell you why. And winning over the hygroscopic nature of ranitidine, because Glaxo was talking that their ranitidine can be kept for 30 days, 15 days, and it will not going to absorb the moisture, because ranitidine salt absorb the moisture. We also did the same work. We did the technology in Cadila at that time, and there was OPA diet technology. We used to leave the tablet in the doctor's chamber. We said, sir, we'll come after 15 days and you will find the tablet will be same. So why not to prescribe our brand when it is available, and at the same time it is economical also, because here we played the economical and the complete availability part. And Indian brand as stable as Zentech when we talk, and Cadila always stands for quality. That was the logo at that time. We always talk about Cadilla's quality with economy. So the Aciloc name, why it is the marketing history and strategy execution of Aciloc I want to tell. Aciloc name itself, if you see, just think for a minute. Aciloc is acid lock. Beautiful name had been given by the seniors. So it locks the acid secretion. Doctors at that time were given a beautiful small locks because Glaxo has already started this thing. We used to give some plastic things. So then we started giving a different type of locks to make the doctors hook for AC lock. Our brand reminder was also in the die cut in terms of the different locks. So again, AC lock. So Aciloc was marketed with the strict intent and obsession because we all were very obsessed that why only multinationals should rule the Indian market? Why not an Indian company should rule the market? And we were obsessed to hit the brand which was the competitor in front of us. So, of course, at that time, Glaxo was very strong in Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities. But we as a Cadila, we are also strong in the rural market in Tier 3 cities because we were having a bigger reach. At that time, only one division used to have Cadila. Like so many other companies, we have 456 reps, where the Glaxo was 212 people. So almost we had the double the strength as compared to Glaxo. So I remember I used to cover at that time the area, Devariya, Basti, all these things. The Glaxo, only one person was there, and he used to cover only half of the Gorakhpur and other areas. So I'm talking about that. When I became area manager, then I also know. When I became regional manager at UP, then I also know. So I know I keep on tracking that how my competitor moves. And when I came to head office, I started tracking how the brand building can be built, make the things happen. So the, with increased coverage, Aciloc started working on increasing the availability at every counter because our people were there and there was a lot of dhamaka going on. We have to build Aciloc number one. We have to build Aciloc number one. I'm sure my seniors or my colleague, they will agree that in 1992, 93, 94, Cadila was the number second company. And that was their obsession in the mind to become the number one to hit the Glaxo. That was the ORG figure I'm talking. So Aciloc started promoting in indications such as NSAID. So it started expanding the indications. That let us talk on the NSAID because NSAID regurgitation is there, acid peptic disorders is going to happen, gastritis is going to come. So we started promoting to orthos and even cardios because at that time cardios they used to prescribe. So whenever there was a chest pain, it was not due to the actual heart problem. It was basically due to the acidity part. So then to take care for that, we started promoting to the cardiologist, practicing cardiologist. Very few DMs were there, very, very few. So, marketing strength and strategy of Aciloc brand extension. Yes, this is the very important thing because if we have to grow, we have heard Dr. Sanjoy that we have to gradually expand our brand. We have seen in Bicosur, we have seen other products also. So, in the year 1989, the big brother of Aciloc has come. Aciloc 300 was launched in as a 1HS. HS is Horasomni. So the bedtime you take one tablet, it is going to take care for your entire nighttime acidity. That was the right way of positioning the product, and it was being given clear-cut hamper in the doctor's mind every time. So gastric reflux esophagitis and NSAIDs induced gastritis, it was being promoted. Aciloc 300 was also started to be promoted in gynec because eclampsia or combination of the drugs, all these things, acid peptic disorders were there. So the gynec was being used. The doctor, you prescribe, it is a safe one. And after in-depth market research, marketing team started to give special focus on East, South, and JNK. Why? Because they are the rice eaters. And the rice eaters population, when they eat a lot of rice, the acidity problems were started happening. So then we said that we should have a special campaign there. And we did not many campaigns to ensure that Aciloc should hit every doctor's place, every doctor's prescription, every doctor's mind. And as such, Cadila, that is very strong in Bihar NP. So that was our forte. Then another extension, the sister of Aciloc has come, the launch of Aciloc injection in 1990. So 1989, 300. 90, that is Aciloc injection. And it was promoted to the surgeons to use before surgery to reduce the acid reflux in the stomach. Why? Because we all agree when we go to the surgery, of course, there is acid secretion because we are having anxiety. We think what is going to happen. So at that time, Aciloc injection was the right dose to them. And from year 1992 onwards, we started putting advertisement in JAMA and in British Medical Journal of the Indian edition. So whatever the five corners were there, we started capturing the corner to ensure that Aciloc should become a mega brand. And with this, Aciloc had become the go-to drug for all specialty and to be prescribed in all gastric acid reflux and ulcer indication. That was the way brand has been positioned. So that this journey continues, and in between there was a split of Cadila Pharma and Cadila Healthcare. So this journey continues for further 5 to 7 years of time, 10 years of time. Then what had happened? Before to it, what we thought that how Aciloc aura can be further built. So everyone in our team was passionate to grow the brand to achieve leadership status. So marketed by Indian multinational, hit the brand leader that was there in the mind, driven by one of the best, most dedicated field force, because at that time attrition, today attrition of the industry is 21% or 19%. But at that time attrition was very, very less. People, they never used to go because they used to earn incentive in Cadilla like anything. And people, they enjoy the working there. Hardly 2 or 3% attrition used to be there. And the equity of the name Acid Lock, AC Lock. So team was very motivated with the vengeance to make the things happen. Verbatim detailing, everybody was verbatim. You can make the person stand at 3 a.m. in the night or 1 a.m. in the night. He will detail the same thing what the GNK person is detailing to the Trivandrum person is detailing. That is the beauty and passion and obsession was there for AC Law for brand. So then it is what the complete marketing and execution from the field. Then what are the tactics was required? In 1990, then Aciloc started the nationwide. We started a UV bond. U means you, V means we, and a bondage. So we started capturing the retailers together. A special campaign for chemists. It was a smaller bond. It was a bigger bond. If you take 7 boxes of Aciloc, we are going to give you a small token of gift. If you take 3 boxes, we are going to give you the small gift. It was become a hit, because earlier our PMT or we as a sales manager, we have used to allocate to a representative, okay, you will get 30 bigger bond and 30 smaller bond. If you are able to ensure it, after 6 months, we will be able to increase in double. So there was so much enthusiasm was generated by PMT, and it was being driven by us as a leader. The people, they used to go for the booking, and before coming to the briefing, they all used to have the orders in their hand. So whatever the allocation used to happen, it was being liquidated. So the sixth corner was hitting at the chemist level to ensure the availability part. And there was a coupon was there where they are supposed to fill it up and give it back to us. So there was some price was also there. Then at the same time, we used to recognize the stockist also. So every 3 months, apart from this, head office was sending every 3 months that who are the top people are there on Aciloc. And then gradually when started Aciloc building up, then it has gone to the zonal level. Then it has gone to the regional level. So everybody used to talk. These are my 5 people. These are my 3 people. These are my 10 people who have done the target of Aciloc. And during the star function, we have increased the hype so that these people, they should be further added and they are the Aciloc champions. So that is the way the Aciloc was gone to the deep part in the market. Now, I told you that after the bifurcation, after 10 years of time, we thought of life cycle management. Me and along with Paras Vanisa, who is the retired person. So now, and he was at that time the head of Kedla Pharma. We went to Professor Chitto Mitra sir, right? And we had a discussion there, right? And we discussed a lot about it, how to have the things. So after a lot of the brainstorming, then along with the marketing team, which Lester was taking care, the marketing and HU have put the best minds together to strategize and how to come up and how to be a ruler in acid peptic disease market segment and to break the dominance of Zantac, because Zantac was again growing, because after the bifurcation there was little downsize was there, and again it started coming up. So the lot of brainstorming has done, and then the Aciloc RD was born. So I told you Aciloc main, I told you the brother Aciloc 300, I told you the sister Aciloc injection. Now what had happened, you will really feel happy. Playing of the strength. So mere launching an extension was not a guarantee of success. We are very clear, because it's always there to have a devil advocate, how we should launch, which way we should launch, what are the things are going to have. There was a time bound plan. It has to be very important and was needed for a narrative to strong, so emotive that the touch of the heart of the customer should be there. So how to have the engagement with the customer heart instead of having the in the brain. Brain, Aciloc was there, but how to make our presence felt in the heart of the customer, it's all very, very important. So we thought that let us have a story. Today in the LinkedIn, we saw there are so many storytellers are there, but I'm talking about 20 years back, right? So we ourselves become a storyteller. My marketing team became the storyteller, and luckily we had both. So the concept of it was launched, the empire of, so how it was launched, let me tell you. We have created such a beautiful ambience. We say that empire of Ranitidine was ruled by King Aciloc for many years, 1986 till 2007. The king was efficient, just and most importantly loved by the people. So, but in spite of having everything, he was feeling very lonely because he was very alone there. So he felt that there has to be somebody who take care for his empire, take care for his hair. So the king prayed to the god, like the way we prayed that how we are going to make our extension of AC law, and prayers were answered, like the way we got the solution. So a few months later, there was a joy in the kingdom, same way that we had a joy in our Cadilla Pharma, and the prince was on the way, that Aciloc RD was on the way. So this was the way Aciloc CPL Empire, Aciloc stands tall and powerful. And in that way, Aciloc has given an addition to the Aciloc family. And in cashing the Aciloc on the power, identity, and legacy had started coming up. And then comes the son, the prince, Aciloc RD, with very big way. And it has been everywhere. It has been in captured the things, the game plan. What was the game plan? And cash the equity of Aciloc, exploit the huge market because the market was growing. Targets physicians and GPs, hyper-acidity with GI dysmotility was the right way of positioning the brand. Then, how to have the life cycle management also. So both brands has to go. It should not happen that Aciloc should be cut down. No, Aciloc has to grow and no cannibalization has to happen. So the clinical positioning was very clear. Aciloc, the mother brand, mass braced, attack Zentec, Rentec, hypersensitivity and gastritis. Aciloc ID, physicians, orthos, hypersensitivity with GI dysmotility. So that was the clear-cut bifurcation and clear-cut positioning of the brand in the doctor's chamber and the specialist chamber. So now I was telling about it. We are very happy because I was a part of this launch. So I can say that yes, we have put our thing. Ambience was made kingdom. Thrones was created. Aciloc was a green pill, still it is a green pill. And Aciloc RD has made a small, tiny blue color pill. So his strategy was to introduce Aciloc RD as a prince of Ranitidine market and implemented lot of enthusiasm with the whole event. And the idea of success was implemented there and then. So everything was being very well planned, and then it was already put the things in the right possible way. So the strategy which the execution had happened by the field team was ignited by the flyers. Like the way Dr. Swati starts sending to us the flyer that this meeting is going to happen, and Vivek sir keeps on talking to us. Same way we have started sending that something is coming, Prince is coming. So there a lot of passion was there behind that. Team has invited as they are all the courtiers of kingdom. So we said that yes, in the kingdom you are coming, the ambience of kingdom was there. You are the courtiers. You are going to hear, you are going to come here to bless. Every field force was supposed to give his wishes to the Prince Aciloc RD with his commitment that yes, I am going to ensure Aciloc RD will be a mega brand in my market. And every field force was ensured to shower the petals on the Prince birth in terms of daily prescription availability. It was tracked by our marketing team. Continuous motivation to team by field manager, brand manager, HOD, full of rewards of Aciloc RD champion, division wise, state wise, and the nurturing journey continues with lot of efforts at all levels on year-to-year basis. So that was the way the Aciloc RD has grown and mega brand. Let me tell you very happily that yes, the team Cadilla, the team who is taking care for Aciloc now, Aciloc is the ninth biggest brand of Indian pharmaceutical market as per the AVAX data, and Aciloc is the first brand of Cadilla featuring in top 10 brands, and Aciloc has jumped 5 ranks and reached to ninth rank, registered 15.44% growth. That is the way Aciloc is building, and we are clear cut that we are going to make it further ahead about the things Aciloc. So you can see here the AVAX data. In 1 year of time, 69 crores incremental sale has been jumped by Aciloc, more than our competitor brands. So the key success CMEs for doctors and chemists here again, because chemist we have done the digital connect, we did it, KOL opinion series we did it, big specialty trust we did it, SMS activity we did. Our team, our marketing manager, our marketing person has not left any of the stone unturned to ensure that Aciloc should be going to every nook and corner with every customer, with every field person. In spite of the new normal where people are not going to meet physical. 35 years of trust, one brand of Ranitidine, more than 2 crores patient treated safety with every month. So everybody have the trust of that. DCGA approved, small size tablet, highly affordable, widespread availability. Positioning was very clear. Fights acidity, corrects motility. Key indication, dyspepsia, gastritis, nausea. Simple, very clear. Make it short and simple. What Dr. Sanjay was saying. Keep the story short and simple. KISS. And Key communication, benefits, convenience, dosage form, economy, safety, and availability. That is the all thing which was done by Aciloc. So as a brand manager level, what I have learned and what I have seen and what we have practiced, that robust study as per the brand personality, core study to be consistent, USP need to be hammered, timely launch of SKUs, and brand extension with high level of enthusiasm, regular monitoring of implementation by the brand manager, because it is like your baby, you have to nurture your baby, aim high, prepare accordingly, hit regularly, it is required. And at the field level, keep field force on high level of enthusiasm, keep motivating them, inspiring them, motivate field to manage life cycle management, keep recognizing the stalwarts, small things are there, keep recognizing them, help them to have lot of motivation inside, ensure regimental execution of the field, which is very important. Regimental means like an army type of execution, nurturing to the field, which is again very important, and provides input as per the paradigm shift in the new normal, because now we are not physical, now we are not even digital, we are phygital. So we have to maintain phygital and digital both. So with this, we can make the things as a mega brand. That is all from my side. Thank you very much for giving this time. All yours, Dr. Swati.
Thank you, Mr. Pramod Rajput. You and the team really locked Aciloc in the top 10 brands. So that is what I have to say. That was a wonderful presentation related to the tactics, strategy the products manager used, the sales team implemented related to this particular brand Aciloc. We have a wonderful comments coming up and a few questions also. So people have got nostalgic. Aciloc RD 100 Ka Dum campaign and first award brand of the year in 2014. Right, it's a wonderful session. I'll take up a question.
Yes, please.
There has a lot of talk about NDMA also, but let's stay away from that talk in this particular event. How did Aciloc differentiated between various APDs, and what were their positionings in these different APDs?
Okay, so I've told you about clear cut that how the way we have positioned ourselves, and I have shown it that Aciloc was being positioned in two ways, which I just want to once again tell you about the same thing which I just said about it. Hold it. So I said that in Aciloc RD was positioned in the fighting acidity, corrects the motility, and dyspepsia, gastritis, and nausea. That's all. We are not competing with the, because it's economical and the night time it has to be taken care. We are not directly going for the omeprazole market. So we are talking only of the key indication of the dyspepsia, gastritis, and nausea. That's all. We are not going so many things, because that's what Dr. Sanjay said, that if you start talking about so many things, the medical reps is going to become totally confused. So have the clear indication, hit the bullseye, and that's over.
Right. Right, Pramosa. Thank you so much for this Aciloc journey.